Hey everyone, this is Mike at Sweet Briar Farm, and today is a day the cows have been waiting for all summer. I'm going to be moving them into the sweet corn patch here. Greta's already broken through the hog panels that I have that section it off once, but got the sweet corn all picked, so I'm going to put the cows in there to let them clean it up. And then once they got that grazed down pretty good, I'll move some of the pigs in there to finish cleaning it up, and the pigs will be there all fall, winter, and into the spring. So, and then I'll actually open up the other paddock for the steers after I do a quick fence check just to make sure there's no breaks in the fence or anything like that. But we have 6 acres here. We're in central northern Michigan, and we do micro-grazing is what we refer to it as. So in my field where I grow our summer crops and fall crops, mainly pumpkins, I'll be pulling those out here this weekend and then planting a cover crop of rye. And once that starts coming up, the cows will then have access to the whole 2-acre field to graze the rye. We call winter rye or cereal rye the king of the north because it will be the first thing that greens up in the springtime. And stick around and see what the cows do when we put them into the sweet corn. I actually stacked a few bales of hay over at the other end, and then there's a hot wire and the gate there. They're not going to test it, but just as a visual barrier there so they don't try to jump over that hot wire and get out into the field or anything like that. Mr. P, you gotta come this way. So I'm just walking around doing a quick fence check. It's been so dry here, I haven't had the cows out over here, so just make sure no branches fell on the fence, or make sure the gates are still locked. So I'm actually turning this field this fall into pasture. I'm not gonna raise this into crops next year. Funny story, when I did put this temporary fence up, I was standing up over on the hill and I just happened to look over here and saw a cow rolling down the hill. It had touched the hot wire and got shocked. Making sure my electric's still up. I do have this culvert here that I put a piece of cattle panel in front of. Just some of those cows are so small they could crawl in there if they wanted to. But everything looks good. So I'll let the boys out. I can hear them bellowing already. They're mad because they can't see the other cows. Oh, there's a wet foot. The grass has greened up a little bit here, and should be some good eating for them for a few days. So like I mentioned, we will do like micro-grazing and supplement with hay throughout the summertime. Where I have one of my vegetable gardens here, I'll actually pull up the plastic here sometime soon once the tomatoes are done, and actually plant rye in here, and probably put the heifer calves in here in the wintertime, kind of like I did last year with the steers. And they hang out here in the wintertime and fertilize the soil here. And we, like I mentioned, we have 6 acres, and we have more head of cattle than our 6 acres can support. I can actually make pretty good money growing pumpkins and sweet corn and green beans and tomatoes and such, in order to be able to pay for hay for the cows. A lot of farmers do dry lot their cows and feed them hay and silage and whatnot. It's just one of those things, you know, if we had more land, we would have a bigger tax bill and land payment, and we need machinery to harvest our hay. So what we're doing now seems to work okay, and hopefully in the future we can buy more land and rotationally graze cattle and whatnot. But as of right now, this is what we're stuck with. What do you think, Greta? Oh, found a piece of corn. Yeah, they're going right for the leftover corn cobs. Smart move. It's good corn this year. So I grew my pickles and zucchinis in this spot here, and I'm going to be pulling up this plastic. And actually I have some temporary Premier One fencing that I'll set up and let the pigs out in here and root it up. If you've been following our channel, where I planted that sweet corn over here, where I just let the cows in, the pigs were in there for a long time, and there's not a lot of weed pressure compared to over in the other part of my field. So
Well, thanks for coming along with us today. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, and if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, and we'll keep showing you what we're doing here on Sweet Briar Farm. See you next time.